welcome you courtside inside the SRC Arena alongside former NCAA head coach Richie Schuler. I'm Rahshaun Haylock. We'll talk a whole lot more about St. John Bosco as we continue with this post-game show here tonight, but let's put a button on Corona Centennial. Your 2019 CIF Southern Section Division I champion, St. John Bosco Braves. It's not a gender reveal party. It's actually a post-game show. You guys won tonight. A little known fact, I was once in the Rose Parade. This is my audition to get into the Rose Parade for the second time. Now I know what it's like to be you, Sam Barber.
You're the mayor.
It was amazing being out here. The people embraced me. Shanasia Davison comes into the Brent Event Center this afternoon, one of the elite scorers in the conference. This figure's not going to take care of herself, right? Let's get some work in. All right, let's do it.
All right, I got you.
That's right. You see this, Rick? It's hard work, dedication. At the age of 5, in the shadows of Augusta National, Jermaine Burton's dad gave him a driver and a bucket of balls and told him, have at it. He did, and mastered it, playing above his age group. Now, all his drives are touchdowns, and he's dropped the golf clubs to catch everything that comes his way as a top 3 wide receiver in the country. Clark Phillips III is a PK, not a place kicker, a preacher's kid. You might find him singing during Sunday service, but on Friday nights, the number 4 corner in the country is giving opposing wide receivers the blues. The Ohio State commit has physicality and athleticism that's off the charts. We went to La Habra to get a sneak peek in this week's edition of The Best Of. Welcome back to Centennial. Huskies on top 26-14. Just under 4.5 left in this first half. Let's check in on Calabasas and Newberry Park over on Prep Zone. Big week for Jaden Casey. He flipped his commitment from Fresno State to Cal, and that's a Pac-12 throw. Finds Jalen Blizzard, 61-yard touchdown. Second connection for them of the game. Calabasas up 53-7 at the half. Coming up at halftime, we'll check in with modern-day quarterback Bryce Young and also get you caught up on Week 8 scores and highlights. Speaking of Bosco, let's show you just what they did here tonight. St. John Bosco taking on Good Counsel of Maryland. First quarter, DJ Uyangalele, Jody McDuffie over the middle, first score of the game. Second quarter, DJ Logan Loya, 1-yard fade. Logan Loya, get big, young man. And then we go to the fourth quarter, more DJ, more fades. This time, Chris Hudson, 31-8, Bosco with the win. Take a look at the rest of the scores tonight. Sarah knocking off Long Beach Poly, barely, guys. Just a 3-point win for the Cavs. That one at home, and then Centennial all over Liberty, 63-29. Tomorrow night on the Fox Sports Go app, we got Modern Day and St. Francis. There's a little girl in the stands. What do you want that little girl to learn by seeing you as a member of this Elsinore football team?
I want them to learn that everything is possible, everything is achievable, as long as you're able to believe in yourself. You don't have to stay to this certain standard, certain persona that everybody thinks you need to be just because you're a girl. It's not like how it is. We're in a different era, different time. Like, we have different responsibilities in this world, and we're able to shine in our own ways. And whether it's male-dominated sports or anything, we could do what we want as long as you set your mind towards it.
That's what's unique about Sam isn't that she's the first girl to ever play football, but at least in my 37 years, the first one to make it.
How did she make it?
The hard way. It hasn't been easy. I mean, because we treated her just like any other athlete.
Samantha Segura Veliz overcame the urge to quit football after her first season, proving she was strong enough, tough enough, and wanted it enough to conquer one of the most physical male-dominated sports in the trenches.
It's different, I will say that, because most of the guys that I go up against are way bigger than me. Compared in size, I'm only 5'3", I only weigh about 148 pounds. Half of the guys I go up against are like 6'3", 235. That's like double in everything, so it's like really crazy.
As she learned ways to take down the competition, support for her around campus grew, becoming the first football player to be named homecoming queen.
That was just great. It was a great game too that week. We
It was a close game, but we won it, and it felt like we were playing for her, especially after we found out she won, because, you know, she works hard and she doesn't get the credit she deserves for it, because she works hard and she's humble and she doesn't talk about it. And so that was like a nice recognition for her.
How did all of you kind of rally around her during this process? Because it's like she didn't decide, oh, I'm running for homecoming queen this year. Like, you have to actually get nominated, you have to actually get voted. So as this thing started to take on a life of its own, how were you guys able to rally around her? Like, were you campaigning for her? Were you guys making signs? Like, what was that like?
I think we're not supposed to campaign, but we probably did a little bit,
okay.
Maybe on accident. But the whole school was behind it. You know, once they saw her name up there, they were like, yeah, this is the way it's got to go.
It was crazy. So like what happened is like the winner gets a golden apple. So like we all had to, like, they counted to 5. And so when they counted to 5, they told us to open our Pandora boxes. And once we opened them, whoever had the golden apple won, and I won. And like everybody started screaming, and then the guys that were in the shed, and they just started like screaming, coming out like, yeah, Sam. So it was really, really emotional, and all the coaches were like, yeah, Sam. They're really proud. They started taking pictures of me, so it was like really crazy. But it's also like, it was really good to see how much support I got from everybody, just not the school, but especially my teammates that I really consider brothers, because they're like a second family towards me.
Perseverance guided her to her throne, which then took her to New York to learn pass rush moves from Hall of Famer Michael Strahan.
And that's the biggest story in my opinion, because she has gotten on the field on your Friday Night Lights in more than one game this year. And all these things that are happening now, her meeting you, her going to New York, her being elected the homecoming queen, all those things would not have happened if she had gone the route that most people do. And that's, well, I'm not playing, so why should I? I mean, you know, I'm not getting anything out of this, and why should I continue to sacrifice? And you have a squad of 50, 60 kids and 11 kids play at a time. That's a struggle for everybody.
What have you learned about this whole process as you've gone through it?
So I've learned like it's very difficult, just because like you're being a leader, you're being a role model to others, and like teachers have told me that, and students have told me that. Like once they were showing the videos about me in class, like some of the teachers were like, oh, actually some of my students really want to join football, and they wanted me to ask you like how they would do that, and I started helping them. So in a way, it's like it takes a big responsibility and a big role to do that, but it's helped me like really, really much, and like a lot with these people on campus, because like a lot of these people come up to me for advice or help just because they know like the type of person I am and how I'm willing just to stick with things and help people.
And when you first started playing this game, you just wanted to play the game, you know? And now here you are, you have this responsibility. You're changing the way people view genders. You're changing the way the people view girls playing football. How, like, inside, you know, what does that do for you on the inside?
I feel like it makes me feel really good. In reality, it's like a big accomplishment, I feel, because like I'm trying to change how women are viewed. And not just like a lot of women have done a lot of things throughout history, like many women, but it's just like in different schools, like every person has their own role in different things. So like me doing this has an impact on the school and other people, because they see like someone is doing something out of the ordinary. Everyone is looking into your life and they're seeing you like this is your normal, but this is not everybody else's normal. So it's like it has changed everybody's perspective in a really good way to view that women can do things as long as you want to do them and have like the mindset to want to do it.